government doesn't want you to know, but I know the truth. After doing extensive research into the facts, a deep dive, I'm going to enlighten you. I'm going to bring truth into the depths of your mind. So, I present to you Gaze's ultimate and completely legal guide to improving the government. Now you may be asking, why does the government need to be improved? Well, I'll tell you. Aren't you lucky you showed up to class today? So, why does it need improving? Well, start off, education in America. You'll be asking, why is education important? Well, education is how we know things. If we don't know things, how can we, as a people, move forward? We aren't educated, the government has more control over us. So, the population of the United States, 26.7% have a high school degree. Associate's degree is 8.6%. 12.7% have a graduate or professional degree, and bachelor's degree is 20.2%, or 20.7%. That means only 32.9% of Americans have a bachelor's degree or higher. That means 2/3 of the population aren't college educated. Makes it pretty easy for the government to control us, doesn't it? Next, I give you poverty. Under the age of 18, 17.5% are living in poverty. From ages 18 to 64, 12.1% are living in poverty. As that goes up, 65 and older, we have 9.3% of people living in poverty. It's clear the government does not want future generations making a lot of money, as it makes it easier for them to control us. Right, so they ask, what do we do about this problem? Well, aren't you lucky you showed up to class today? So I'm going to give you the solution. The solution, revolution. Why should we revolt? Well, it's the fastest way of taking control of the government. Voting doesn't work, the voting system's broken, takes too long, and really, there's no other way to get what we want. So, we're going to revolt. Now, what do we need to bring to this glorious revolution? Lots and lots of weapons. Lots of weapons. Please bring your bulletproof vest and helmet. If you don't have one, that's okay. Getting shot's not too fun, so, probably should have one of those. Bring a vehicle, preferably armored. If you don't, that's okay. Make sure you bring your positive attitude. And my mom made sandwiches. I don't know if there's enough to share with everybody, so please bring your own snacks. All right. Guys, time for real talk. Obviously, this is a satire, right? We don't need to overthrow the government. Obviously there are problems, but there are ways to solve those problems in a normal, legal way. So, don't believe everything you hear out there, right? Some kid in the class just telling you to overthrow the government. Where's the credibility there? So I'm going to teach you guys a little bit of what we can do to limit the spreading of disinformation and what you can do in your life to help be mindful of where you get your news. So, what you can do is avoid social media platforms. Obviously, it's anybody on that platform telling you what they want you to hear. Unless, of course, this news is from a reputable source on this social media platform, then, there's probably some truth to it. However, reputable people can lie about information, and it's important to do your own research. Next, here are some sites that include conspiracy theories and pseudosciences. As you can see, some of them have kind of common names or names that could be misleading. Others have kind of funny names like CNN, so fake news. We have Climate.news, Best News Here, and Alliance for Advanced Health. These, according to Media Bias Fact Checker, are sources that tend to spread disinformation. Now, what are some sources, or what should you pick that will help with, not spreading disinformation? Well, you can pick unbiased or center-leaning sources. Now, obviously, there's bias in everything, right? It's kind of hard to escape that, but I've picked a couple sites here that tend to lean left and right, but remain in the center. Of course, you've probably heard of a couple of these: ABC News, BBC News, New York Times, Bloomberg, Atlantic, etc. And then for right center sources, we have The Citizen, NYP, Reason, and Tribune News. Alright guys, misinformation is everywhere. It's easy to lie with statistics. I presented a bunch of information, all using the United States Census Bureau. If you don't know what that is, it's a website, it's a government website, and they collect a bunch of information. I don't know if you've ever received in the mail a census thing. They make you fill out, it's like a shit ton of questions, and they fine you if you don't fill it out. Not fun, but obviously this is a reputable source. I hope it's the government. Maybe the government's lying, you never know. But it's important to be mindful of where we get our information. I use Media Bias Fact Checker for this information. You can also look up media bias charts. They give a good visual. And yeah, be mindful of where you're getting your information. Do your own research. Don't believe just anybody. Obviously, there's a lot of people out there trying to get their way. Don't believe some kid in your complex. Thank you.